public speaking, again, there's no direct translation in the Korean language. That's why when I tell Korean people about public speaking, they don't understand what I'm saying because there's no thing. Basically, they think public speaking, I've seen among Korean when you talk, politicians talk, but that's not public speaking, not the way the world knows it. The basic setup we'll have is this meeting will be very, very positive. Positive meeting. When someone comes up to speak, we'll all applaud. We're going to give them our best. And when they're finished talking, we'll applaud until they sit down on their seat. Okay? And not only that, we'll teach you not to say like, hey, I think so. All those like filler words you're not supposed to use, we'll take it out of your vocabulary. So you don't sound like a horrible teenager, which you might become later anyway. That's a whole other story. And in this room, in this forum, we'll encourage asking questions. One of the most horrible things I've seen in the minority community or Asian community is that you don't ask questions because you sit and you listen. You're not supposed to ask. Here, we will encourage you to ask any questions at any time. It's very critical in the way you learn. Now think about this. If you want to play tennis, you read a book about tennis, or you think about playing tennis, how do you learn how to play tennis? You go out there and you play the actual game. You have to hold the racket. The more you swing, the better you get. You can look at the YouTube of tennis all day long until you hit the ball in the court and you hit the ball into the net many times, eventually hitting over, you never will play tennis properly. The same way, you will have to speak more in front of people to become a better public speaker. That's just natural in anything you do. And now, this is why it's important, because the way you communicate is the way the world sees you. If you talk like a little mouse, people think, oh, that guy's a very mousy person, If you have use only certain words, oh, he or she only knows only certain words. So you are representing to the world who you are about how you say things. You might be the smartest, most intelligent person in the world, but if you can't say this out your mouth, no one would know your ideas. Okay? Your professors, your future boss, or your future employee would not know what you're talking about. Now, I will help you not to speak in monotone or not to give terrible body language. Let me demonstrate. I will not speak in a monotone voice and be very shy and give very, very weak body language, when I talk. You're not going to do that here. I'll show you how to get out of that. Before you even speak, if you show weak body language, you already can say lost the situation. So we have to get that out of yourself. And also, you got to think about this. Only 7%, 100%, only 7%, tiny little piece of your communication is verbal. Most of it is body language and your voice tone up and down, the rhythm of how you talk. That's the way people hear and think about what you're saying, not just the words. So there's a whole world of communication. It's just the beginning. Okay, there's a movie I was going to say, and I gave this speech before, but there's a movie called The Karate Kid. It came out before you were born. I'll explain to you what it is. There's this master, okay, an old guy. I usually get it. You have an old guy that knows Kung Fu very well, right? His name is Mr. Miyagi. And this guy named Daniel-san wanted to learn karate because he got beat up all the time. He was so shy and insecure. So again, Mr. Miyagi said, okay, I'll teach you Kung Fu or karate. Come to my house. And when he comes in the morning, paint everything all day long. What? So he paints the wall up and down all day long, right? And he's tired. And the next day, come back. He said, you see all these cars out there? I want you to put the wax on all day long. So all day long, he's there in this circular motion. Waxing on, waxing off. He's so tired. He said, Mr. Miyagi-san, what am I doing here? I want to learn Kung Fu or karate. I'm cleaning and doing your chores. So you do not understand. Later on, you went to a karate competition, and then when he was fighting, those muscles came in. You used those muscles for painting to block and hit, and someone punching in his armor like this, it blocked all the punch. I understand why he made me do that all day long, because he wanted to build my muscles. In the same way, many things I'll teach you, you're not going to understand one day. When someone's about to punch you, oh, your arm comes up, oh, you block the punch. But that's why Albert told me to do that. So you'll learn, you get the fruits of this later on. And we're going to go on this journey together. Again, when it becomes very powerful in your speech, there's a chance that you can become very arrogant. Be very humble in whatever you do. Because first of all, you're Christians and you're evangelists for Christ. So you need to have a humble heart. And when you're arrogant, people don't want to hear you anyway. If you're humble, if you really want to give something to somebody, then they listen and open up. If you're talking down to somebody, you're going to start doing this and thinking about the video game or some TV show and not listen. You know how you do it? You're looking at me, right? But I know some of you are thinking about something else. Don't do that. But also on the person speaking, I have to make sure I give you everything so that you want to listen. Okay? Again, I want you to know this is not a lecture where you sit down and listen. It's a laboratory of a live session. Okay? It's like if you go to a taekwondo place, not going to talk about taekwondo. He will demonstrate you have to actually go out there and kick and punch to learn the breaking board. Again, it's the most I'll be speaking here. And another thing I want to clarify is this is not Toastmasters. In Toastmasters, actually, you have to be 18 years old and older to join. So I don't think you guys are 18, right? I'll check your ID later. But it doesn't matter. I'll give you the best of Toastmasters, best of TED Talk. That's the kind of thing we see out there where you have many talented people talking about all these different topics. And also, I will give the best experience with many books and funnel it down for you guys in bite-sized, digestible, tasty pieces. Okay? And for now, I'll call it public speaking and leadership for now. I also want to talk about the Korean airline effect and just the Korean culture because it's very Korean here. And number one, don't be embarrassed about things. People that easily get embarrassed, they don't learn. Learning is more important than being embarrassed. So always be open to being embarrassed. Going up here, you can maybe fail many times, but you have to fail to learn. So don't be embarrassed. Now I'll talk about the current airline effect. In the 1990s, when many of you weren't born, because you're so young, they crashed a lot. There were a lot of accidents happening. So people want to find out why is the current airline plane crashing and having so many accidents? It's so mysterious. So they looked into it. They found out that in the culture, it's very parental. If you go to a Korean doctor, they tell you things, you don't really ask questions. So when the co-pilot told the pilot, I can't see anything, we have horrible weather condition, I think it's dangerous. Could we switch on the autopilot? The main captain would say, I have more experience than you. Don't ask these silly questions. We went on this route many, many times, and then he would ask again, I think it's dangerous. Can we make sure we're okay? No. I'm the main captain. Don't ask any questions. Then, boom! The plane crashed into a mountain. 300 people died because the top person didn't want to listen to the bottom person. But this is kind of culture. In the culture, that's a strength, but sometimes it can be a weakness. So you have to think about rephrasing this. So when you talk to people here, don't have the mentality, I'm above you, I'm going to talk down to you. You're talking to your peers, okay? But the attitude is very different. I'm not talking bad about one is not more right or one is not more wrong. It's just different styles, okay? And I used to play soccer in high school, and in Hawaii you have Asian culture and Western culture. And basically, when I had a Korean soccer coach, when a Korean adult is scolding you, what do? What did you do? You look at the ground, but you're not supposed to look at the eye, you look at the ground, right? In the Western culture, if the coach is scolding you, if you look at the ground, you get upset. You know why? In the Western culture, as you know, you have to look at the coach's eyes. If you don't look at the eyes, then he'll tell you, you're not looking at what's wrong with you. You get more upset. So we'll do the Western format here, just to let you know, okay? So if you're looking at your phone or if you're looking away, I'll think you're disrespecting me. I don't think it personally, I'll just give you a little hint here. And now I'll talk about the organizational system. We pass out, we're just kind of pass some paper around and just kind of pass it around. And if there's not enough, please share. Pass it around to the back. I'll explain. You can pass it to the back here, guys. Okay. This organization will have, we'll use parliamentary procedures because I want you guys to have the ability, don't fight over me. I want you guys to have the ability. We have more paper in the back. Okay. So you guys can share. Okay, when you guys all have it, then we'll continue talking. If we have more copies later if we don't have enough. I want you guys to communicate at the highest level. It's called the parliamentary system, which is used by Congress and the British Parliament. That way, you guys will know when politicians or presidents or UN people talk, you know why they do certain things, and you guys will be ready ahead of time, way ahead of other people, because I want you guys to be remnants that can be future leaders. So we'll be using parliamentary system. Okay, I'll explain a little more as we go forward. Now, we'll have officers here, which means we'll elect people here to become leaders, to run this organization, this club. We'll have 6-month term. Every 6 months, we have different leaders, okay? Group 1 will be 3rd grade to 8th grade. Group 2 will be 9th grade to 99 years old. So if you're more than, are you 99 years old? If you're more than 99 years old, you're more than 99 years old? You have to hear that. We got a comedian here. And we'll probably meet every other week, but this group is a little younger than I thought, so we'll kind of see what we can do. And I'm not sure if anybody that was interested are here, but we'll double check, okay?
I'm not in three.
I will be chairman for now to run the 2 officers. Now, since you all have the paper, we'll elect a president or nominate a president. That person will be the chief executive officer of this group. Will oversee other officers and make sure the organization is running well and report directly to me on how things are running. Because it's not just a talking club, this is a leadership, because speaking in public and being a leader goes hand in hand. It's not separate, it's together. So you have to learn to be a leader and to learn to do public speaking. It's a 2-part thing. And we'll have director of education. We'll keep track of all speakers to make sure that everyone's learning, assign goals, and create agendas. Director of membership. Collect members' records and keep them up to date and collect dues. Collect a director of public relations. Marketing for the club with posters, announcements, and graphics. Chief financial officer. That's basically the treasurer, but better title. Raise funds, create ideas, and trust them with our club asset, which is money and whatever that's very valuable. You be entrusted with that. Event coordinator. Make sure the meeting is set up correctly, schedule appointments, and make sure, for instance, that person will be the person where you find out there will be 1,000 people showing up, then you know this room is not large enough. You have to find a larger room that can facilitate the meeting. It's very important to know all these skills. The director of records is basically the historian of the club to make sure that we have basically keep the history of the club, who, what, where, and how. And if more than one person wants the same position, we'll have an election. You notice there's an election in this country right now?
Yeah.
We'll have a kind of a similar thing here. If more than one person wants to be the president of this club, then we'll have 2 people, and they'll speak for 1 minute. Okay, go ahead.
Is there gonna be a debate?
Yes, 1 minute.
Dude,
Not really a debate, but I'll give you 1 minute to convince the rest of the group why you should have that position. Yeah. So think about all the positions listed here and think about what you want to do. Okay, we'll find out if there's more than one. And just like any election, we'll find you have to convince and persuade everybody here why you're the best person for that position, okay? It's very fun. Okay, here we are. Now, every meeting will have rotating roles. Just like any TV show or radio show or any big meeting, you have the MC. Who's the MC? First, that's the person that basically runs the meeting, okay? So that's the MC. And we have the language counselor, which will track words like yeah, no, so, those words that not as teenagers like to use, we'll strip it out of your vocabulary. And also we'll introduce a new word in every meeting, so we all increase our vocabulary and capacity. Impromptu speaker. It's like a pop quiz, okay, but a fun pop quiz, it's like a game. One person will come up with 10 interesting questions and will point to somebody. Well, for instance, someone will say, okay, say, one of you, tell me about ants. And you stand up, you talk for 30 seconds, 1 minute about ants. You say it without hesitating or being shy. You come up, you sound like an expert in ants. You talk about it for 1 minute. And one person will come up with a question is very fun, yes?
What if you don't know anything about ants? So what
Well,
happens?
then you learn to talk through it. Everybody knows something about ants. The ants bit my toe. I hate the way it looks. You have to try. You have to at least try, okay? You have to at least try. And you have timekeeper. We're not gonna have one person talking for 10 hours. No. Everybody will have a time limit. You learn to speak very well in a structured format in the time that's allotted. Your brain will learn to say the most important things in the time you have. And if it's a 2-minute speech, 30 seconds before it's over, someone will show a hand so you know that you have 30 seconds to wrap up. It's like your mom telling you, clean up your room in 10 minutes. You have to kind of wrap up, but without looking hurried, okay? And we have a reviewer. One person will always look at the whole meeting and tell us what they thought about the meeting, like what you can do to improve it. We're almost there. And as a group, I want you to think about the name. It's like naming a club or a dog, okay? Think about the name of this group and give me some ideas. A mission statement or slogan, okay? You are here because I made a compelling statement about public speaking, and you guys are too young. If you have public debate club at school, I implore you to join. Now, for kids that are 3rd grade and below, I tell the parents that for you guys, every night, the parents, again, make it a game. Every night, have the kid or one of you stand up and talk for 1 minute about your day. And when they stand up, you all clap. And when they start talking, you clap. Always end this. You celebrate their talking. You make it to a positive, great thing. You applaud it, okay? And you encourage them. Again, when you can read the Bible. Now again, not read the Bible, you speak the Bible. Everything you do, you try to speak. You can sing a song, whatever, as long as you're standing up talking in front of other people. And the parents can talk about mission statement, visions, and things you want for the kids. I'll give more instruction later on. Again, now this is the homework part. For the young kids that are like 8th grade and below, prepare 1.5 minute talk about yourself. Make it very interesting. 1.5 minutes. Do the longest 1.5 minutes that you prepare for. Okay? You feel like the second is ticking very slowly. Yes.
Do we write it out?
Yeah, you can write it out, but try to bring it onto the stage. But try to keep eye contact while you're talking. But time yourself. Use your phone to time yourself to stay within the limits, okay? And for people that are 8th grade and above, a 3-minute speech about yourself. Easy 3 minutes. Okay?
Double the time.
Yes, you can do it. I know you're very excited and happy about it, but 3 minutes, okay? I'm wrapping it up. So, God spoke the world into creation. We are made in His image, okay? God gifted us with speech and the ability to speak. He didn't give us this talking ability to talk about nonsense. It's a power. The power and a gift that He gave all of us. You have to use it properly. In the beginning, God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. He just asked Peter, "Do you love me?" These are powerful things you have to consider. Ideas bottled up like a bottle. If you don't open it up, no one will know what's inside. Conversations will be more entertaining by being part of this group. Your life will change, and you will change life. I guarantee you, you will change life because you will become leaders affecting other people. There's no way around it. Now I'll read what I read last time. It's the last part. Exodus 4, verses 10 through 12. I'll paraphrase. Pardon your servant, Lord. I have never been eloquent, neither in the past. I am slow in speech and tongue. And what did God say? God said, now, who gave human beings their mouths, right? Now go, I'll help you to speak and teach you what to say. Thank you. And